Listener's note, warning, this show is loaded with gist so powerful, it might just push you into a relationship and straight down the aisle. If you're not ready to hear wedding bells and say yes, say yes, say yes, say yes, listen at your own risk. Edgar doesn't lie. Check Edgar out. Okay. Some weeks ago, I came across this article on the internet by accident and got lost in it. After reading about 2 to 3 lines, I didn't even know when I finished the whole thing. But when I was done, the story left my mouth open for about 5 minutes. The story made me have to rethink about love, about marriage, about friendship, and most importantly, about trust. What you're about to hear is a true life story, and no matter how crazy it might seem, I want you to remember that everything you're about to hear happened to someone who lived in your country and in your lifetime. So what did I read? What happened in the article? What's the story? Okay. So this guy and this lady fell in love and started dating years ago at the university. Not long after, they both agreed and decided to go up the ladder. They got married. The guy became a big businessman and his wife a regular housewife. And they were cool with it. Now, after a while, the man decided it was best for him to leave his family in Nigeria and travel to China to learn the business of importing and exporting spare parts. Obviously, without mentioning the man's name, you can already guess that the man is an Igbo man. Now, as much as his wife liked the idea of expanding the business, she wasn't so happy he was going to be away from her and his kids. So the man made a promise. He promised to send money to her whenever she needed it and visit home from time to time. And he did. He would visit twice a year and stay for like a month whenever he was around. Life was going great for them. Until one day, the man received the biggest shock of his life. He found out that after 16 years of marriage, his 3 kids were actually not his. Yes, he was not the father of any of his wife's children. Now, I can already hear some of you saying, Edgar, that is crazy. Well, you haven't heard anything yet. I need you to hold that thought because what you have just heard is not even the crazy part. Of course, the man was heartbroken and very, very upset. He wanted to know and meet the father of his beautiful children. After investigating and quarreling with his wife and her family, he found out that the father of his kids was actually his best friend, the co-founder of his spare part company in Nigeria. You see, his partner was not only eating at work, but also eating at home whenever the man wasn't around. Now, the part that really broke me was when I read a portion of the article where the man said, and I quote, "The only man I ever trusted with my life stabbed me in the back and got my wife pregnant 3 times." Now, while your mouth might still be open, the story hasn't finished. The story is far from done. The man also said that the shock led him to a partial stroke, the loss of his company in Japan, and 2 of his houses in Nigeria. His family was so upset and wanted to take the case to court, but you know how the judicial system is in Nigeria now. Ogun strikes faster and better than most of those judges in this country. So, there was no need. And he wasn't even a traditional person, so he ended up doing nothing. The man said that when he recovered from the partial stroke and his loss, his wife, her brother, and his best friend tried to kill him twice and even went as far as arranging for his kidnap, but failed. He said that when he confronted his wife about everything, at first, she denied it. But when the dots connected to the line, she felt remorseful. She went on her knees, wept, and begged him to forgive her. She said that it was the devil that used her. She begged him for one last chance. But obviously, he refused. He wrote in the article that for 16 years, he never knew his wife was a pretender and a great actress. He said he didn't believe her tears. He called them crocodile tears. Now, here is the confusing part. He said deep down, he still loves her and wishes she were honest and loving and they were still together. When I was done reading the article, I couldn't close my mouth for about 5 minutes. How can you say deep down you wish you were still with her? How do you love someone who obviously doesn't love you? Someone that pretended you were the father of her 3 kids for 16 years. Someone who successfully took your business and even tried to kill you. How can you love someone that even devil they fear? What kind of love is that? The moment I finished reading the story, I immediately shared it with my colleagues at the office and got different reactions. One of the editors said, it was the man's village people that are doing him, that he should go and wash his head in the river 7 times. One said, that the man's wife is obviously Yoruba. There's only Yoruba woman that can do something like that. Now, the article didn't mention her name, so I don't even know where she's from. Another one said, it must be Jazz, that the woman must have put Jazz in his soup. That is the reason why his own wife, his own wife must taste the food she gives him to eat before he eats it. One even said that the story was fake, that nobody can be that stupid, that the blog was only just creating it for views. One guy even said that if he were the guy, he would do everything in his power to kill the lady, kill her brother, kill his best friend before killing the children and killing himself. I was like, what's happening now? I was so confused as to why the guy was so violent-minded. It was later that day I found out from his team lead that the guy had not received his salary for that month, so he was only just transferring his anger. Now, let's talk about Crocodile Tears. I went online after reading that article to find out what Crocodile Tears actually meant. Now, growing up, my teachers in secondary school would say,
"Come on, will you stop shedding these crocodile tears before I land you a dirty slap?" Nonsense.
Which meant stop faking the tears or performing pain you do not feel. Stop crying so people will pity you. I found out that crocodiles actually cry when they eat. Yes. Now, scientists have confirmed it, that when a crocodile opens its jaw and consumes its prey, tears roll down its face, not because it is sad or in pain, not because it feels guilty, but because the act of eating activates the tear ducts. Now, the crocodile does not cry because it is sorry. It cries because it is hungry. Now, back to that story. I think the man understood clearly that giving her one final chance could be fatal because I do not think she was sorry. I think she was hungry. Hungry for his blood. Checkmates, let me ask you a question. What would you do if you found out that your girlfriend or partner was sleeping with your best friend or husband? Would you forgive the tears? Or would you remember that the crocodile is still hungry? What would you do? Check. This is a Check Edgar production. A Check Edgar production. This is for the single guys and the single ladies. Edgar doesn't lie. Why am I still single? Still single. Why am I still?
I want a wife and a family. This kind of life is not right for me. I told my guys how things can be. When I fall in love, I fall for real. I know you want me, don't waste my time. I want a girl that is set and fine. I'm going crazy, so please be mine. God, please, why?
Alright, now welcome back to another episode of Why Am I Still Single? Now, today's story is about 2 people I would have died for. My girlfriend and my best friend. And how I found out in the most unexpected way that while I was willing to die for them, they were very comfortable with each other. Now, it is a story that made me doubt love, doubt people, and most especially doubt women. Especially women who claim to really, really love you. Now, this story happened some years ago while I was studying theater arts at the University of Lagos. Now, while I was in class learning how to perform, they were at home perfecting their own performance. Now, the difference is that my performance had an audience. Theirs had one, and that one was me. Now, the crazy thing about this story is not my girlfriend, but who she did it with. There were signs I didn't see and clues I couldn't decode. But then again, I was in love, and sometimes when you are in love, you do things without seeing, and sometimes you make mistakes and fall. I guess that's why they call it falling in love. Huh? Nobody warns you about what you land on when you fall. But don't worry, we'll get to that. Now, for those of you who did not study theater arts, let me explain something. Now, theater arts is not just about acting on stage. It is movement, voice, dance, music, directing, costume, makeup, stagecraft, the full thing. So, on your very first day, you already know that this course is going to ask your body to do things your body has never done before. Now, I was prepared for all of it, except for the dance. Except dance. My body and dance are two things that do not agree with each other. I remember the first time I met Tolu. We were having our first dance class in 100 level. Very interesting class. The lecturer told us the definition of dance, the origin, and the different types of dance. After the lecturer now said we would have a dance practical at the end of the month. He said we should pair up in twos, one boy, one girl. Now, the task was to pick a dance style, create a choreography, rehearse, and present the dance to the whole class by the end of the month. Did he teach us the different types of dance? No. But somehow, he just expected us to know it. Anyway, he gave us one important instruction. He said,
"Quiet!" Now listen up. If your partner is not of the opposite gender, then just know that your agenda to pass this October here in Yaba has just met its ender.
We all laughed that day, but he wasn't joking. Now, I want you to imagine how that day would have been. We were about 105 in my class, 105 students. More guys than girls. Now, you do not need a calculator to understand what that meant for the boys in that class. It was obvious that some girls were either going to dance twice with different guys, or some guys were going to fail for not getting female partners. Now, CheckMates, that classroom became a marketplace, a full Nigerian market, no price tag, just desperation. The class got rowdy. You needed to see how guys were begging girls to dance with them. There is nothing I did not hear that day. One boy told one girl to pick him. The girl said, why? He said, his family once auditioned for Martina Dance Hall. I said, okay. Another one said he danced in P-Square's Do Me video. I said, whoa. I did not know whether to just laugh or feel sorry for him. Another one said that if this particular girl danced with him, he would buy her lunch and dinner. One even started showing his dance moves live on stage so that girls would rush him. Hey! While most of the guys were trying to make an impression, I was at the back of the class, watching the whole thing like film. I did not even bother myself asking any girl because it was too obvious back then that I didn't know how to dance. Even the blind could see that Edgar had two left legs. I could not dance to save my life. Now, picking me to dance with you was like seeing failure and running to hug it. I had to accept my fate. I was going to fail this practical and carry it with dignity. Nobody was going to pick me. Now, to be honest with you guys, I wasn't going to pick myself if I had the opportunity to pick somebody too. Are they mad? But to my surprise, a young lady, beautiful lady, walked up to me and said,
"Hi, do you have a partner?"
I looked at her with shock in my eyes and said, "No." She moved closer and asked me,
"Okay, that's fine. Would you like to be my dance partner?"
I was confused. Wait, what did she see in me that made her choose me? I got up so that she would see my bow legs and be sure that it was me that she wants to dance with. I had to ask her again, "Sorry, but are you sure you want me to be your dance partner? Like, you really want to dance with me?" She said,
Yeah, let's dance together."
I looked at her. She looked at me. This girl did not run. She did not change her mind. She just smiled and waited. CheckMates, that was the first time a woman chose me when she did not have to. In my mind, I just said to myself, no, this one is different. And I was right. I was actually very right. Now, she was different, but not just in the way I thought. That was how I met Tolu. Now, CheckMates, there is dancing and then there is what Tolu did. Those are two completely different things. You guys need to see Tolu dance. Tolu is a belly dancer. This girl just knows how to wind her waist. It was like she had no bones in her waist. When we started rehearsals, sometimes I would just stop dancing and start looking at her waist when she's dancing. She would say,
Edgar, stop looking at me. Focus. If we want to win together, you have to focus. Okay? Good.
To be honest, during rehearsals, focusing was very hard. Her waist was like breeze. The wind was just controlling it. Left, right, left, right, left, right. During our first class, she asked me if I knew how to dance or had any background in dancing. Now, not to kill her hope in me, I told her I was a professional dancer. But that I had an injury and that after my surgery, things had never just been the same. That I could only dance without music or when I was sitting down or when nobody was watching. Basically, I just gave her all the conditions that made dancing completely useless. She started laughing. She knew I was joking, but she just played along. She said,
Okay, no problem. If you say you're a professional, then there's a lot to learn from you. Sorry about your accident.
I just pity anyone who learns how to dance from me. Your failure will come with power bank. Extra battery power bank. Anyway, we continued rehearsing and it was fun. And then the D-Day came. The moment Tolu and I walked on stage. I knew we were going to pass that course because we wore matching costumes and we did makeup. And our dance routine came with a story. Now, our dance was about a woman who married a man with one leg but connected with him through dancing. Now, guys, you needed to see me dancing that day. I killed the performance like mad. I had 2 legs, but I danced like I had only 1 leg. It was fire. We had 5 minutes to show our audience, and by the end of the performance, you needed to see the standing ovation. It was amazing. Now, after the dance, the lecturer was so impressed that he gave us extra points. Now, not because of my dancing, obviously, but because Tolu did that thing with her waist at the end of the dance. Everybody loved it, including our lecturers. So, every dance class became a time to bond with Tolu, and I liked it. We became close, very close. Now, my best friends, Noel and Fela, were also studying the same course, theater arts. Now, Fela's performance was quite good. Now, he isn't a great dancer either, but he tries. He knows how to follow instruction and make it look good. So his performance was very good. It was okay. It was okay. He passed the tests. He barely passed the test, but he passed the test. Now, Noel's performance was beyond terrible. First of all, Noel couldn't find a lady, so his partner was a guy. So he already even failed before he started performing. Now, if I had 2 left legs, it means that Noel does not even have legs at all. Noel's partner was also a terrible dancer. Now, immediately they started dancing, we all knew it was a catastrophe. We just knew that his agenda here in Yaba was going to meet his ender. Their choice of music was bad. The choreography was terrible. And Noel was dancing like he was bitten by a snake. At one point, our lecturer had to stop them because he didn't want to die of laughter. It was a good day for me, Tolu and Fela, but a very bad day. A day Noel and his partner will never forget. Anyway, after the class, I was with Fela and Noel when Tolu came to see me. She just hugged me and told me she was very happy with the outcome. She asked me if I could go out with lunch for her later that day, and I said yes. We hugged again and then she left. Immediately she left, Noel couldn't hold back his excitement about us.
Now, wow. This thing don't turn into something else. I don't find babe. Sharp guy.
I beg, Noel, I beg. She's not my babe. Now just dance with the dance. I beg, Biko.
Nah, so the way she hugged you, I'm very sure she likes you. She now wants to buy you food on top. Guy, you are lucky.
Guy, there is nothing there. You are just overthinking it. Stop, I beg.
If you say so. But she's not bad, Sha. Not bad.
As I had this conversation with Noel, I noticed Fela was quiet. I asked him what was wrong and why he didn't say anything. He just looked at me and said,
I know to like that babe, Sha. She no fine. Short, comfort. She just did bolo. When they do anyhow. Bros, she no even sabi dance.
Tolu no fine. You are blind.
Wait. Is that what you call fine? Now fine be that one. Bros, open your eyes. Open your eyes, bros. I always tell you this thing. Edgar, better girls day. Babes day, pieces. I hope say you never fall in love. No follow Noel, no fall in love, guy. This guy no get level. I swear to God, I swear, Edgar, this guy no get level.
Checkmate, It was after this conversation that I noticed for the first time that Noel liked Tolu, but Fela didn't. One evening, I was in the hostel with the boys.
Bro, I hear say you and Tolu don dey date. Not true?
CheckMates, the rumor had spread before I even knew there was something to spread. That is how Unilag works. You have not even made a decision yet, and the street has made a decision for you already. No, date care. Now just dance with the dance now. Where did you hear that one from?
Guy, there is nothing bad about you dating that girl to me. So far, you like her. Let people talk.
Edgar, you be my guy. I no feel life for you. Free that babe. Give am better space. Make she come up for your life, bros. Hey, bro, I know what I dey tell you.
It got so bad that I made up my mind never to talk about Tolu around the boys. Every time her name came up, something shifted in the room. So I kept her separate. My time with her was mine and my time with the boys was theirs. I actually thought I was the smart thing to do, but I was wrong. Very wrong. Life was going smoothly until one day, Tolu called me one evening.
Hello?
Yeah?
Sorry, did I wake you up? So sorry, love. So, I'm at the back of the department. I'm trying to practice my salsa. I wanted to dance with you, but since you're sleeping, let me call someone else.
Where did you say you are?
At the back of the main auditorium where we usually rehearse.
Okay. I'm coming.
Okay, thank you so much, love.
That was how I jumped out of my bed and went straight to the department around 9 p.m. to see Tolu. When I got there, Tolu asked me to follow her somewhere, that she wanted to rehearse somewhere else. That was how I followed Tolu outside my department, outside my faculty, and we just kept walking until we got to one building. CheckMates, I want you to picture this building. It was an incomplete building, very tall and dark, with no lights or security guards. There was no sign of any human being in or around the building. Remember, it was 9 o'clock at night. Tolu looked at me and asked me to follow her inside. Now, I'm a theater arts student and I have read enough scripts and watched enough horror movies to know that this is exactly how people disappear. But I followed her anyway because I am a man and men make terrible decisions when a beautiful woman is involved. I asked her, Tolu, are you sure this is where you want to practice your salsa this night? Wait, we'll be right back after a quick break. Okay, now real quick. If you are loving the podcast, you will love the CheckMates WhatsApp community. We're talking behind the scenes gist, crazy dating stories, upcoming episode teasers, and a few surprise giveaways just for members. Now click the link in the story notes to join or send your WhatsApp number to edgar@checkedgar.com. Trust me, it's sweeter over there. Okay. Bye-bye. She did not answer. Instead, she smiled and asked me to follow her upstairs. I did not want to sound or look like a chicken, so I followed her. She kept going up and going up and going up till we got to the last floor of the building. And then she brought out a key and opened the door to a room. A very small room. Now this room was old, dark and quiet, dust everywhere. The room had a small bed, a shelf and some old plates. I asked her how she knew the place existed. She didn't answer. Instead, she asked me to sit on the bed in the small room and feel comfortable. CheckMates, I did. The next thing she said to me was,
Edgar, close your eyes.
My heart was jumping. This girl should not kill me for my mommy, oh. Hey, I closed my eyes. The next thing she did shocked me like live wire. She took off her clothes all the way to her panties and then brought out this black speaker from the shelf and started playing music. She started dancing and then doing her thing with her waist, the same thing she would do during the dancing practical. She came closer to me, bent down, held my legs, and started dancing on my laps. She was grinding me out, guys. Now, I want to be very careful how I describe what happened next because this is a family podcast and my uncle listens to this show. So I will simply say what happened in that room, in that building, on that small bed, changed something in me permanently. I tried to touch her, but she refused. She told me,
Don't touch.
guys, I was not feeling all right. My body was burning like candle. There was no fan in the room, so I was sweating like a he-goat. Hey, I can never forget that day in my life. I first saw signs before I saw wonder. When she was done with me, my body froze. I couldn't even say a word. She smiled and said,
This is my way of saying thank you for everything. I wish I could do more.
I didn't say a word, and even if I wanted to say something, I couldn't even talk. She got up from the small bed, put on her clothes, and left. I didn't leave the bed for like 5 minutes. I went on my knees in that small dark room and I thanked God, specifically and individually. I thanked God she chose me to be her dancing partner. I thanked God we danced together. I thank God I picked her call and came out that night. I thank God for everything, for bringing her into my life. Mind you, we were just in 100 level. The walk back to the hostel that night was the best walk of my life. I was not just walking, I was floating. I was somewhere else completely. I don't know where the joy came from, but I felt fulfilled. I felt like I won in life. I felt excited. All I had to do was close my eyes and relive the moment. Every time I closed my eyes, I would see her grind me in her underwear. I knew I promised not to bring up her name with the boys, but this gist was too big to keep away from them, so I had to tell the guys. Immediately I got into my room in the hostel. I called Noel on the phone to come to my room. Now, Fela and I stayed in the same room. Immediately, Noel rushed into my room. He got inside. I told them everything. I described everything to them. How she called me, how we went to the building, how she asked me to sit on the bed, how she took off her clothes. At this point, Noel was just jumping up and down like someone that was on a bouncing castle. He was so excited for me. He couldn't even believe it. As for Fela wasn't impressed. Instead, he got upset. He said,
Is that why you woke me up? That girl we no fine. I beg.
Bad belle. See premium G's. Edgar, tell me the story, Jerry. You pipe, you knock on. You know the vibes. Tell me.
I beg, make una go no room. I beg, I don't want to hear all this rubbish. I want sleep. I beg, me na pack and I think come off here. Me na come off here. I beg.
That was how we left the room and went to Noel's room that night. And for a long time after, one question kept replaying in my head. Why did Fela dislike Tolu this much? Tolu was actually pretty. Anyone with functioning eyes could see that. But Fela kept insulting her looks at every chance he got. And it was starting to bother me, not in an obvious way, just that quiet kind of bothering that sits in the back of your mind and refuses to leave. So one day, I asked Tolu directly, is anything going on between you and Fela?
Going on like how?
Like I noticed he does not like you. Whenever I mention your name around him, he gets upset and starts cursing and insulting you. He says you're ugly, you're short. You know what? Just forget it. What is the history here? What is it I don't know?
The hate is mutual. I don't like him either. He looks at me like I'm death, by the way. Please tell your friend that he smells badly. He's stupid. And his own sister that's not fine. Not me, daft.
Hey, that's my friend you're talking about. Take it easy now.
Sorry, but I don't like nonsense or disrespect.
Now, CheckMates. She later apologized, alright? But something about that conversation sat with me. Why would two people who have never spent real time together hate each other like this? It just doesn't make sense to me. Something wasn't adding up. Now, Tolu and I did not date in 100 level. We did not even date in 200 level. We were just friends, close friends. Even the whole world wanted us to date, but we already felt it wasn't the right time. You know how you just know that dating that close friend of yours is going to ruin the relationship? Exactly. We had that feeling. But in 300 level, we started feeling each other some more. Now, why it took 2 whole years is a story for another episode entirely. And trust me, it's a good one. Now, dating Tolu wasn't the easiest thing. I saw her every day and it became too much. Every single day at rehearsals, classes, drama practicals, department events, productions. Come on, there was no break. There was no distance. There was no mystery. We were always in each other's space. And after a while, that closeness, the same closeness that felt like a blessing at the beginning, started to feel like a pressure. Now, the second issue was that we were both studying theater arts, a course where our lecturers told us our bodies are nothing but holes. Now, checkmates, I need you to understand something about studying theater arts. In this department, physical touch and closeness are not optional. It is compulsory. You have to touch people and people will touch you in places you do not even like to be touched. Yes, those places you're talking about, somebody will touch you there. And when you complain, they will say, you're not a professional actor. Remember, your body is a tool. Your body is a tool. But somewhere along the line of dating Tolu, the lines between performance and reality started to blur. I could not always tell which side of the line Tolu was. Now, during drama classes, I would see her with other guys holding hands and cuddling. The men would be touching her in places only I should touch, or at least her husband. I didn't like it. I'm a calm person and I do not like wahala, but I started asking questions. Tolu, who is that guy you were rehearsing with today?
That's Samson. He's an evening student. We were rehearsing a scene in one of his plays.
Now, wow, the way you held his hands and looked into his eyes like that. And why was he touching your butt?
It's in the script. He's my lover in the script. That is the scene. Edgar, please.
And you are laughing about it? It's not funny.
Edgar, are you jealous of a stage play?
I am not jealous. I am only just observing.
Observe something else. Please. Excuse me.
Tolu. Checkmate. She told me to observe something else. And she walked out on me. I didn't say anything. She told me the relationship can only work if I trust her. And I agreed. I apologized. And I trusted her a little more. She did so many crazy things that made me question her love for me. Like the time she kissed one guy on stage. Now, Tolu and I have kissed so many times. But she has never kissed me like that before. The way she kissed that guy on stage, Fela had to ask me if we were still dating because the kiss was too real. It didn't feel staged at all. I didn't say anything. After all, they are just acting and I have to trust my babe. I kept quiet. Fela would call me randomly and tell me how he saw my babe with a guy outside school, that he suspects she's doing something sexual with the person. I'll be so upset. I'll be livid. I will call my babe and she will tell me she's having a performance outside, that what she's doing with the guy is only a rehearsal before giving me a lecture on trust and love. I will swallow that anger and again trust my babe. Anyway, the relationship was growing smoothly until 400 level when she did something I couldn't swallow. In 400 level, Fela and I got an apartment together off campus, just the two of us, our own space. We tried balloting for hostel spaces, but we didn't get it. So we decided to get a space outside school. You get? The place was somewhere around Shomolu. Now, Shomolu is a city in Lagos, Nigeria. We cleaned the place, painted it, and moved in like brothers. Now, Tolu was still my girlfriend in 400 level. Although we had broken up so many times over the years. You know how university love can be sometimes. Anyway, we were still dating at the time. Now, by the way, Fela and Tolu still didn't like each other a lot. Tolu and Noel became super close. As the year passed, now Fela's hatred for Tolu did not cool down. As a matter of fact, it matured like wine, except nobody wanted to drink it. Now, some months after we resumed that year, I joined a theater company called Kininso Concept and started spending most of my time outside school, having rehearsals and performing at different shows. Now, by the way, that's the same company that took me to the UK this year and last year. But back then, I had to go through lots of rehearsals, lots of long rehearsals, late nights, and a relationship that was slowly running out of oxygen. I became very busy And after spending hours at rehearsals, I would just get back to my apartment tired and just go straight to my bed. Now, Tolu was always complaining that I didn't spend enough time with her in school or over the phone. She was happy that I had a job, but she was not happy that it was costing us the relationship, and I wasn't happy either. So one evening, I got back from rehearsals as usual and got super tired. Fela had made one soft eba with okra soup, but I was just too tired to eat. I just flung my things around and I just fell on the bed. And the way my body works is heavenly. I can sleep anywhere at any time. As a matter of fact, I can sleep lying down, I can sleep while sitting, I can even sleep while standing. So I lay on the bed and then I slept. Suddenly my phone started ringing. Now, I was too tired to pick, so I ignored it. The person called again. At this point, I woke up. I checked my phone and I saw that it was Tolu calling me on a video call. I picked up, not because I had energy, but because the last fight about missed calls was still fresh and I did not have the energy for round 2 either. Yeah, hello? Tolu had called me to give me her usual gist of the day.
Hey, baby.
Yeah.
Sorry, were you sleeping?
Yeah.
Sorry, can I talk?
Yeah.
Okay, let me just share about what happened today.
That was how Tolu started talking like a radio without battery. This girl told me different stories. She first started telling me a story about one guy that she met today, that she entered his ride, and how she ate his money. As she was talking, my sleep was entering another realm. I was just saying, so that she will not be offended or think I wasn't listening. Now, checkmates, the last thing I remember hearing clearly before my sleep moved to the final gear, which is gear 5, was...
Hello? Edgar, are you there? Are you sleeping?
Everything that happened after that was either a dream, a revelation, or my tired brain playing tricks on me. I have asked myself many times since then which one of those 3 it actually was. Now, checkmates, by the end of this episode, you will understand why I still cannot fully answer that question. I'll tell you exactly what happened after the short break. Let me go and drink water. There is something in my throat. Promo. Hey checkmates, would you believe me if I told you there is a fun and easy way to make 1,000 naira every Saturday? Yes, you heard that right. I'm giving you 1,000 naira if you don't laugh at my jokes. Welcome to Saturday Laughs. Every Saturday, a brand new joke lands straight in your inbox. If you don't laugh, giggle, or smile, and you click the not funny button, 1,000 naira is yours. But fair warnings, my jokes are ridiculously funny. You might laugh anyway and miss the money. Think you have the courage? Think you can keep a straight face? Go to www.checkedgar.com. Wait for the pop-up, sign up for Saturday Laughs, and let the challenge begin. Remember, you only get paid if you don't laugh. So bring your poker face or just give in and laugh like everyone else. Saturday Laughs, brought to you by Check Edgar. Don't miss it. Check Edgar out.
Hello? Edgar, are you there? Wake up!
I was deep asleep, or so I thought. But somewhere underneath that sleep, her voice was still reaching me. Far away, muffled, like a radio playing in another room. Then her voice faded. And another voice took over. I heard Fela's voice. I heard Fela say,
Guy, pick your call now, guy. Guy, person they call you, carry your phone. Edgar, guy, pick your call.
Checkmate, again. I was too tired to even open my eyes. Like I was drained completely. Now, checkmates, you see this part I'm about to tell you? I am not very sure. You're right? I don't know if it was a dream or, like I said, my head was creating it. But I heard Fela pick up my phone and I heard him talk with Tolu. What I was hearing did not make sense to the version of me that was still half asleep. But somewhere in the back of my mind, a part of me that was very much awake was already putting the pieces together. Fela and Tolu were gisting. Like, guys, they were gisting over my phone on a video call. Tolu was telling Fela about her day. She was telling Fela the same gist she wanted to tell me about how the guy carried her in his car and how she ate his money. I couldn't believe it. These two are like sworn enemies. I could swear that they had never spoken before, like never properly spoken. I kept listening to them. The next thing I heard was Fela laughing at my babe and calling her a bad girl on the video call. I don't know what she was doing or what she was saying, but this is what I heard Fela say.
Yo, what are you doing? Are you crazy? Are you crazy? Move the camera back. Let me see. Let me see now. Please now. Yeah, that's it. Take it down. Take the camera down, baby. Oh my God. Wow. Oh my God. They are so big and fine, babe. Yeah. I wish I could touch them, baby. Can you hang the camera? Just hang the camera on that side. Somewhere. Bend for me now. Please now. Let me see your back. Oh my gosh.
Checkmates, when I heard that, I knew what they were doing immediately, but my brain didn't want to believe it. Was Fela sex chatting with my babe, with my phone beside me? It's not possible now. It's not possible. I must be dreaming. I thought my head was playing tricks on me. Now, checkmates, at that moment, I made a decision. The kind of decision that only a theater art student can make in that specific situation. I did not move. I did not open my eyes. I did not say a word. I lay in that bed, completely still, completely quiet, and kept listening.
Where is Edgar?
Reduce your voice. You don't know Edgar is sleeping right beside me. Stay here now. Edgar is here. Babe, turn back now. Turn. Please now. Please, I beg you. Please, let me see. Please, baby. Please.
Wait, what if Edgar is listening?
No. He's sleeping. Trust me. This one don't go. It's gone.
See, if you want to see some more, you have to go somewhere else. Go outside or go to the bathroom. It's too risky.
Bad girl. I'm coming. Let me go to the bedroom. I also have something you will like. I want to show you one big thing too.
Okay, hurry.
That was how Fela slowly got up and went to the bathroom to continue conversing with my babe over my own phone. This was the same babe he called short, useless, worthless, and ugly. Fela was there for about 30 minutes. 30 minutes. Only God knows what they did or said in there for 30 minutes. Now, to be honest, I did not care. The little I heard was enough for one night. When Fela came back in, I did not move. He got into the bed. The room went quiet. He seemed exhausted, like his strength was taken from him. While he slept peacefully, like a man with absolutely nothing on his conscience, I lay there beside him with my eyes wide open. Me, the man who could sleep standing up, the man who could sleep upside down, the man who could sleep through an earthquake. That night, sleep simply refused to come near me. After a few hours of thinking, I checked the time and realized that it was about 2 a.m. in the morning. So I just found sleep, Sha. I just had to sleep. Like I said, I thought everything was a dream. Now, the very next morning, I asked Fela if Tolu had called me last night after I slept. At first, he said no. Then I told him that I saw in my WhatsApp chats with Tolu that she actually did. He now acted like, he just remembered and said,
Yeah, she did. I picked up and told her you were sleeping, sure. I think she promised to call you today, but she should not call you.
That was all?
Yes, now. That was all now.
Fela acted as if nothing had happened. I now asked him why the call took 40 minutes if the only thing he said was for her to call me tomorrow. He now added that him and Tolu spoke for a while yesterday. That they used the time to address the issues between them. Yeah? I did not know whether to laugh or to cry because somewhere between his forgetting and remembering, I understood completely that what I thought was a dream had actually happened to me. In my own bed, with my own phone, while I slept right beside the man doing it. Days passed. Now, fella was normal. He never brought up the call. I watched him every day and I said nothing. I didn't even mention it at all. Waiting for him to one day bring it up. Now, as for Tolu, she was also very normal. We spoke normally, spent time when we were free, and talked about life whenever we had the chance to. Now, weeks later, fella insulted Tolu again, and Tolu did the same thing. I started running mad. Fela and Tolu made me conclude that I was only dreaming and the incident never happened. But just before I concluded that it was a dream, I confronted Fela and I brought it up to him clearly this time. Fela, how far? Some weeks ago, when Tolu called my line, don't lie to me. Did you two have a sex chat while I was asleep? Fela was shocked. He acted like he didn't hear the question at first. I asked him again, and then he said he could never do something like that to me, that I was his brother, and it was against the bro code. I told him I wasn't asking him to know if he did it or not, that I was asking him to find out why he did it. Fela looked at me and kept quiet. He looked at me, and after a few seconds, Fela started laughing. Now, this laugh was not the regular laugh you give to something funny or even nervous. This was the kind of laugh that comes before an apology. Fela started talking. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Fela said,
Edgar, my guy, no verse for me. I'm sorry. No be like that. You see, that girl had temptation. I swear, that girl had temptation. She forced me. I swear, she forced me to do it. You know, I be your guy now. We don't date since. You understand? But it was hard. You know, I didn't want to do it with her. It was the devil guy. I swear, at some point, I got irritated self after everything. I was like, why am I even doing this? I'm fine, but I beg, my guy. Confess, I'm sorry. It was the devil. Please, my guy, please.
Fela looked at me and said it was the devil, that she forced him. You. How did she force you? He was obviously lying. He knew he was lying. Like, I could see it in his face that he knew he was lying. Anyway, I also decided to confront my babe about it. I called Tolu. I told her we needed to talk. She came over to my apartment. Now, Fela was not around. I asked her if she and Fela had any sexual relationship going on. Her response was fast.
Me? God forbid. I can't even stand the sight of that guy. He smells like garlic.
I asked her directly. I wanted her to know that I knew what was going on. Tolu, did you ever have a sex chat with Fela some weeks ago, the day you called me while I was asleep?
Ew. God forbid. I can't even do that with anyone. Talk less of Fela.
Tolu, are you sure?
Baby, will I lie to you?
But Fela said that you two did it now.
Edgar, that's not true. I don't know what Fela told you, but it's not true. Fela is lying. Why would I do something like that? Why would I do that to you? Is Fela not your best friend?
Tolu, please stop. Stop it. I wasn't sleeping that night. I heard everything, okay?
You heard what? There was nothing to hear. We were just talking.
Tolu, please stop now.
Edgar, I swear with my mother's life, nothing happened that night.
CheckMates, she denied it to my face. Even after I said that I heard everything and that Fela had already confirmed it. She sat across from me and she still denied it. And when she noticed I did not believe her, she tried to play 3 quick cards. The first card was her usual style.
Fela is a liar. I cannot believe he would say that. I can't believe you will believe him over me. So you don't trust me. Edgar, I'm your girlfriend. Fela is lying. He has always been jealous of what we have. Are you going to believe him
over me. I thought we talked about trust.
I kept quiet. I didn't say anything. Then she tried her second card. She said to me,
Close your eyes.
She got up, tried to take off her clothes and kiss me. I told her not to bother. Don't do it. That I wasn't interested in that. This was not the time for that. Checkmate, I want you to understand what just happened. I told her I heard everything. I told her Fela confirmed it. And her response was to try to seduce me. Like that was going to erase 30 minutes in the bathroom. Like my body was supposed to forget what my ears had already heard. Then she tried her final card. Crocodile Tears. She started crying.
Edgar, I can't believe you would think this of me. After everything, after all this time, I would never do this to you. I love you. You know I love you. How can you sit here and accuse me of this? Do you know how much this hurts me? God sees my heart. I would never do this to you.
Checkmate, I watched her cry, and thinking about it right now, I remember the story I shared with you guys in the montage at the beginning of this episode about Crocodile Tears, about how crocodile cry when they eat, not because they feel guilty, not because they are sad, but because the act of consuming activates the tear ducts. Now, I did not break up with her that day. I know what you guys are thinking, but I did not. I told her I needed time to think. I told her I was upset and needed some space. And she, Tolu, my girlfriend, the woman who I just called my best friend, a liar to my face, continued to cry with mucus in her nose. I watched her performance. She was not only a good dancer, but also an amazing actress. Her acting that night would have won her an Oscar if she had recorded and submitted it. I let her cry. I told her I'll call her later. She had her bath in my place. We ate, and then she left. For 6 days after that, I acted normal. Very, very normal. We spoke on the phone, had video calls, and I responded to all her messages. I did not end things immediately. I guess it was my turn to perform. And on the 7th day, I ended it. My speech wasn't even long. I told her simply and directly that it was very difficult to erase all that I heard what I heard, and it was very difficult for me to erase what I heard in my head, that I knew what I knew, and that no amount of crying was going to change either of those things. I asked her to be honest, and I asked her one last time. I asked her if she did it, and she said,
Edgar, I did not cheat on you. God knows. So we are done?
Yes, we're done.
After everything?
After everything. Checkmates, I want to go back to the question I asked you guys at the beginning of this episode. What would you do if you found out that your girlfriend was sleeping with your best friend, or your wife was sleeping with your best friend? I will tell you what I did. I pretended like I was sleeping, but I was listening. I waited weeks before saying anything. I later forgave my friend Fela. Now, not fully, not immediately, but eventually. I watched my girlfriend perform innocence she did not have. I saw her cry crocodile tears. And then I ended it quietly, without drama, without noise, because I am a calm person. Calm and soft are not the same thing. And I had learned in 4 years of theater arts that sometimes the most powerful things about a story is not how it starts, but how it ends. That was the end for Tolu and me. As for Fela, our friendship recovered eventually. Now, it took time, real time, the kind of time that cannot be rushed. Although now, I am very careful about introducing my love interest to my guys. As for Tolu, I just hope and pray that whoever she is with gives her the attention and time she said I never gave her. And I just hope that she is real and true to whoever she is with, and she is not performing like a hungry crocodile. Now, why am I still single? Because I studied 4 years of theater arts and still could not see the performance happening in my own apartment. Edgar doesn't lie. And that's the end of this week's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to subscribe and share the podcast with those who are single, dating, or married. Now, rate the podcast on Apple Podcast, please, and drop a comment on my website. And yes, you can donate to support the podcast. $3, $5, $10, 1,000 naira will go a long way. Now, if you have a story to share with me, then please send it to me at edgar@checkedgar.com. Or for a quicker response, you can now chat with me on WhatsApp. All right, go to my website, www.checkedgar.com, and click on the WhatsApp icon. Let's chat on WhatsApp. I promise I'll respond in 3 hours or less. Edgar doesn't lie. Remember, this podcast ends the day I get married, so don't forget to tell your beautiful friends that Edgar is single and he would love to go on a date with you. All right, now if that lady is you, please send me a message to my email address at edgar@checkedgar.com. All right, Edgar doesn't lie. Check Edgar out.
Thank you for listening, my people. If you had fun, don't keep it to yourself. Join the CheckMates WhatsApp community. It is where we vibe, laugh, and maybe cry small. But most importantly, we connect. Click the link in the show notes or email your number to edgar@checkedgar.com to join us. Until next week, remember, Edgar doesn't lie.